Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about, it's one of my free blog entries. Today is about the PS3, and in the PS3 I'm going to talk about the connection with how to connect them up to the internet and your PlayStation network. I'm going to connect and configure these devices. I've got a headset here. I've also got a controller here as well, which I'm going to show the features of them and how to connect to them and stuff like that. I'm also going to be installing the game Black Ops, which I've got set up there. I'm going to be talking about the API that is used in Black Ops as well, again, the development of it. I'm going to discuss the application software and the development games, like the programming languages such as C++ and C#. I'm going to be talking about the developers as well that actually create the game, like program it all and code it all and everything like that. Right, the first step I'm going to talk about is the connection of the internet. Now, this one I'm going to use is wireless. This is PlayStation 3.1, which is this screen here, and this is PlayStation 3.2, which is connected to this screen here. This one's going to be wireless, so I'll just show you how to do this. This is PlayStation 1, so it's the top screen there. No, it's not. It's the bottom screen. It's top screen, sorry. Yeah, the top screen. This is wireless. So what I'll do is I'll go down to Network. I'll go down to Internet Connection Settings. It's just in there, you've got an Ethernet cable connected there. So just load in there. You click Easy. If you want to custom your own connection, that's fine, just go into Custom, but this is just easy. It's just checking the connection. Give it a minute. Right there, you've got wired and wireless connection there. We want wireless, so just go down to wireless and click X. And then you just scan for your network, so it's just scanning there for the wireless connection. I've got my wireless there, it's 45% strength. Click next if you want to change the name at all, and if you've got a password on it, but for the time being I haven't got a password on, so just click None, and then it's just configuring it all. Might take a while here, but should get there in the end. There we go. It's enabled, it's wireless, it's got the name, and everything's automatically set up. So just enter. Test connection. Checking the IP address there. The IP address is like the unique ID for the router. It enables it to connect to it basically. And there you go. Internet connection succeeded and IP address succeeded there. So that's how you connect the wireless. Right, now the LAN I'm going to connect, I'm going to use this cable here, which is pretty long, it's connected downstairs into the router. So what I'll do here is I'll plug it into PlayStation 3.2, it's just an Ethernet cable, just slots into the back there, and this will be on the bottom screen here. So what I'll do is I'll do the same thing again, go on to Network Settings, I'll go on to Internet Connection Settings there, and just click OK. There we go, and so yeah, I'm going to be doing wide here, so just click Easy. Right there, oh, I've already set it up even. Right, Easy. Do that. Right, basically what it's in there is like, it's a wide connection. We've got no password on our router at the moment because I'm doing this, but we'll put password onto it. It's basically, you don't need any settings for it. You just plug the cable in and it says wireless wide connection all set up there. So you can just click Save, test connection. That'll take a while probably, but yeah, it works. So it's all connected. Right, the next stage I'm going to talk about is installing connecting the devices to the actual PlayStation. The first device I've got here is a Bluetooth headset. Now this is used for gaming, to speak to people when you're playing games such as Black Ops, Call of Duty. You can actually speak to them, like say go here, go there, and the message receives to their console. So to actually set it up, what we're using is a micro USB, which just slots into this connection here. You just plug it into there like that. Oh, upside down. Right there, that just plugs into there, and then just leave that over there. Now this is PlayStation 1, so this is the top one, right? You just go into accessories here, which is like your It says adjust settings, accessories connected to the system, like your controller or your headset there. So just go into there. It's a Bluetooth device, so you want to go down to manage Bluetooth devices. This is like registering it with the controller. It says there are no Bluetooth devices registered there, so you just click, do you want to register one? Yes, we do. And to actually make the headset, because what it has to do, it has to scan with the console to the headset. So you have to hold the power button here. What will happen is that'll turn a different colour, it'll start flashing there. So once that starts flashing, click the X and it'll scan. So while it's doing that, there you go, Bluetooth device to register, the PS3 EX/01. Click enter. And then it'll ask for a passkey. I've lost my box for it, so in the box it says the passkey for any of these Bluetooth devices is 4 zeros. So what you do, just click enter, 0000, start, OK. Then it'll just register the device. Register complete. There we go. And it'll say there. Right, the next device I'm going to connect to the PS3 is the actual controller itself. Now the controller is a 6-axis controller. It's a DualShock 3. Basically the 6-axis is it's got a little magnet inside the controller, which basically you can, some games allow you to move it around with the game. So it's like a motion sensor. You can move it around up and down, left and right. So yeah, that's like another different way of gaming. It's got the analog, the analog controllers there, which allows you to move up and down, left and right, and all that. And you can use these as well, and all that. It's got the X, circle, triangle, and square. These are different functions on the game. Right, these are you got the triggers on the back there. You got your L1, L2, R1, R2, and the triggers, like say in a shooting game, it gives you more accuracy with the shooting and all that, so you can control it more better. And it's got your little PlayStation button there, which allows you, if you look at the screen, if you press it, it shows you the battery life up there. If you hold it in as well, you can turn off the system or turn off the controller itself as well. And you can normally just turn the PS3 on with just pressing that button, it turns itself on. Now with the controller itself, it has Bluetooth built in and Bluetooth into the PS3, which means you can play games like with a wireless controller. If you're sitting, I think it's like 10 metres from the maximum distance, you can sat there playing a game where you don't have to be anywhere near the controller, the PS3. Plus you can charge it using the micro USB, which you use to charge a headset with the wireless headset. You plug that in and it charges as well. Plus you can also play the games as well while it's charging, which is a really good feature as well. Now the next step I'm going to talk about is installing the actual game Black Ops. I've already got the game in the controller. So what I'm doing is, if you look at the bottom screen there, I've got the game already in. So if I just go on Call of Duty Black Ops, actually no, I'll use the top one, because yeah. So if you go on the top one, control, it's for the PS3 one. So we just go on there, just load them up. What this is doing is just register. There you go. The latest update software has been found. So you can play online basically. It's say like it's got a latest version, so you can play faster games. And it's got better updates, so bugs are all free and everything. That's what the updates are for. So any faults that is wrong with the game, they give updates. They patch out updates for your games. So I'll just click OK there. Yeah, it's just installing the game there, and once it's installed, I'm just going to pause this camera here, and once it's installed, I'll come back to it. So, yeah. Right, there we go. The game's installed. It's just restarting, and it should come on in a minute. It's just taking a bit while, so if you just look at the screen, it should be on any minute. It's just running through the updates. It should be on any second. There you go. It's just starting up there. Right, and there we go, that's the game installed. So you can click start, it says welcome to Black Ops there. You just change the settings and like, depending on your type of TV, like it's choosing the brightness for you. So you just mix the volume and all that, like what type of, if you have surround sound, you can do all that. And yeah, adjusting the screen size. And basically that's just telling you that the game has disturbing footage in it, so it's just telling you would you like to enable that gory footage. I want it, so yeah. There we go, so that's that installed. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the actual coding and development behind the game itself. I'm going to be talking about the API, the Application Programming Interface, and the SDK as well, which is Software Development Kit. Now, the developers for this game are called trhe, which are there, if you can see there, just trhe there, they're the developers of the game. Now, they use SDK to create the game itself. Right, yeah, the SDK is like a background, like a backbone for the programmers, because the SDK has all of the programs in with it. It has all the rules, it has all the colours. Now with the codes you see, well you don't see them, but with the colour, like one bit of colour, I think it has like 8 bits of numbers and letters. So if you imagine a little tiny pixel on here has one 8-bit number. So you imagine all the colours on there, there's been billions of codes just for colour. And then you're talking about the movements as well of all of the characters, like the shooting of a gun. That takes millions of codes. You're talking years to build an actual game itself. Right, yeah, the SDK itself, there's different types of software that is used for it's complicated. It's like a program to program with. Like it's backbones, and different software is stuff like Virtual Studio and Unreal and Java. Therefore, like the Java is more like mobile phones for like your app games and Angry Birds and all that. But yeah, there's types of code as well that you can code in. Programmers use a certain type of code because it runs on all machines, basically. Like Xbox, they will stick to a certain code to run all of the games on their Xbox. PS3, they will stick to a certain code to run through all of their games. That's why certain games, for example Gears of War has only come out on Xbox because it's too difficult to run, because you have to change the whole coding of it. It's too difficult to run on PS3 because they've got a whole new coding system, whereas Xbox have a different coding system. The search engine for this game is IW Engine. They use the SDK. Now IW Engine, they have developed all of the Black Ops. They didn't develop the first one. They first started developing the Call of Duty, the second Call of Duty, and then developed them all the way up there. Now another reason why Gears of War can't run on PS3 is because the Xbox is a totally different like motherboard. It runs totally different parts in the machine. Like the PS3, it works in a different way. The Xbox, with its power, it has the same power as the PS3, but with the Xbox, it just basically pushes power out. There you go. Whereas the PS3, it delivers its power out at a certain rate, so the game can run properly. Now Gears of War it's a really high dense game, powerful game, and the PS3 it probably won't be able to run very well with that quality game, because Xbox is just giving it all the power. There you go. That's why you see many Xboxes break a lot, whereas PS3 is really good, so it doesn't really break as much. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the API in Call of Duty. Now, the API is similar to SDK, but the SDK you get templates to code with and mess around with, whereas API you have to program it all yourself. You don't get any codes, templates or anything with it. Like Microsoft, they use it in their operating systems, like they create everything from scratch and then save it to an SDK where they can work from them templates. Now an API, they work with a package called DirectX. Now DirectX has all of the sound and graphical templates in with it to be able to function the game. They have it in PCs, they have it in PS3s. It like has all the drivers, so the codes from the API can run with the game and be able to compatible with the actual game itself. And the coding is C++ and C hash. Now the language that Call of Duty use would be C++, because it is a lot more simpler than C hash. Now the API in the PS3, they have a developed version called OpenGL. Now the only problem with OpenGL is that it doesn't get updated, because the graphics card in the PS3, obviously it doesn't get changed, it's just one console. You can't change them all the time, otherwise you have to be buying PS3s all the time. So that's the only problem with OpenGL. It's like it sticks to a standard that all the codes, all the programs have to stick to that standard. Now the OpenGL, it has all of the sound and graphical and application programs in with that game. It like gets all this display up. It allows high quality HD graphics. So yeah, that's it for the PS3. I hope I've made it simpler for you to be able to understand the API, the SDK in setting up wireless and LAN connection and connecting your headsets and your controllers and everything. So yeah, I think in this video I've learned that API is like what is behind the actual code. Like it develops the whole game. You won't be able to function a game without API or SDK. So yeah, thank you.